Good morning, everybody. I have been working from home for the past 2 weeks. So I was putting my makeup on today and I was like, oh my God, I just feel like it just feels so foreign actually putting clothes on and like functioning. Today, I'm gonna take you to UCL with me because I have my final 2 diploma exams. I have so many mixed feelings about this. Like, I'm so excited for it to be over. At the same time, I'm like terrified of failing and I'm just really scared, but I'm just excited to like go there and like get it done. So I've got my final portfolio review, which is where I think there's a panel of people who like go through your portfolio and test you on like various bits and bobs. And there's also my QI project presentation. I've already sent my PowerPoint off and I'm gonna have to present that, and then there'll be like a panel who asks me questions as well. And I don't know, like this time around I haven't actually asked many people at all for advice. Like normally I would be like, what kind of questions do they ask, like what should I do, blah blah. But because I've been at home for the past 2 weeks, I've literally just not really spoken to anyone about it. So maybe I should have, but I just didn't this time. And I feel like for the final round I just want to like pass on my own merit, if that makes sense. But we'll see, because I might fail. Like, this shit happens, and I keep telling myself it's not the end of the world. More importantly than anything, health and safety is the most important thing. So I do try not to like go back to my uni days where I would like stress myself out. But anyways, let's go to UCL. This is my bulky folder. That's my portfolio. I'm taking obviously my chargers. I'm gonna go and revise for a little bit before I go in, hopefully. So that's why I'm setting off a bit earlier. Actually, I need to get a bottle of water as well. The weather today is actually insane. I did not expect so much sun. Today, like, my arm is already aching from carrying this massive folder around. Like, just can't wait for it to be done. Russell Square. So here we are. I am about an hour and a half early to the exam, and I'm just gonna go and walk around and find like a nice cafe to sit inside and then revise. Guys, you will never guess what just happened to me. I found a cafe, I got my latte, sat down and realized that my wallet was missing. So I was like, what the hell? I literally had it to get off the tube. I tapped out using my Oyster. Where the hell is it? And I was like, I cannot sit this exam because my student ID is in there. So I started panicking. I left the cafe. I told them like I'm missing my wallet, and then went back to the tube station. And thankfully someone had handed it in. And the TFL guys were like, why would you lose your whole life like that? Like, please be careful with your stuff. And I was like, thank you for keeping it, because I would not have been able to sit the exam today. Right, take 2. Let's get that latte. I have half an hour left and I actually feel sick. Like, I've got that like anxiety at the bottom of my stomach, and I'm just trying to calm down. I feel like I'm back at university. So there it is. That's the UCL School of Pharmacy. So this is a close-up of the university. I did not go here for my undergraduate degree, but quite a lot of people do their diploma through UCL. Guys, I'm cringing so hard. I went to register and they were like, yeah, you are way too early, come back in half an hour. So I just looked super keen, but I was like, I'm really anxious, and they were like, just go sit in the cafeteria, take it easy and come back in half an hour. So that is what I'm gonna do. Also, I just want to give a quick shout out to whoever handed my wallet into the station today. I heard from the TFL guys that it was another student from UCL. So thank you, and I owe you, and I couldn't sit this exam without you today. I swear this place is like a maze. I'm already lost. Going up. I have my candidate number here and I'm about to go in. Guys, I'm done. It was actually okay. I could answer all the questions, so I'm just fingers crossed that I pass. But I'm done. I'm so happy. I'm such a high right now. Oh my gosh, also, you never guess what I did. I booked a facial and I was gonna go to it today, and I sent it to my husband and I was like, oh, I booked a facial for myself. I'm gonna treat myself after my diploma exam. And then I was like, wait, the date's wrong? And I'd booked it for tomorrow. So I don't have anything booked right now. I'm just gonna have a little wander around Brunswick Square, and then wander home. So I've decided to treat myself and I'm now going for a quick haircut. I had one of those spur of the moment decisions where I was like, I need to spend money. Like, I'm happy today, I need to spend money. So I'm just going to get a quick haircut. That's where I'm going. So I have just had my hair cut. I didn't ask them to blow dry it or style it, as you can tell, and it's still a bit wet because basically it costs double just to get it blow dried, and I really want to have a bath tonight, so it would just be pointless in me getting it styled. So I just had a little bit cut off the end, and now I'm off to go shopping in TK Maxx. I actually love Christmas in London. It's taken me like plus 5 years just to like this city, but I finally feel like I do. I really want to get a gym bag and I'm trying not to lose sight of that, so I'm trying not to buy anything else. TK Maxx was so busy and hectic and they did not have gym bags, so I'm actually going to go and try and get some takeaway food and then head home. And this is where I'm going to go. So the one I've chosen to take away is this one right here. So I just got home and unpacked tonight's dinner, and it's really good. They've packed this separately, which I've put on a plate, and this is the sauce, and I'm just going to drizzle the sauce all over it and then tuck in. Okay guys, I'm finally home. My commute back was absolutely horrible. I had that massive folder on my shoulder and then it was basically rush hour, so everyone was crammed into the Elizabeth line and I was just like, oh my god, I was just stood the whole journey and it just wasn't a good commute, and I was so excited to come back home, and now I'm so glad to be home. So I'm going to end the vlog here, but before I go, I'm just going to give some quick diploma foundation stage 2 tips. So for the portfolio review, one thing I would advise for that is basically to know that it's open book. No one actually told me that, and I was over prepared for it, which is better than being under prepared. So I had like a set of notes made on each kind of like extended intervention or mini kex or whatever, and I took that in and I was like, hey, am I allowed to get it out? And the panel were like, it's actually open book, you can actually have your whole folder whilst you're talking to me if you wanted. So I was like, oh, I've spent this entire time writing notes and trying to memorize them, so I definitely was over prepared. But just know that it's good to know more, but you can take your folder and you can look through your folder and you can look at your notes as well. So that was good. And secondly, for when you present your QI projects, just make sure you practice it multiple times. I practiced it in front of my tutor, I practiced it in front of my husband, and then in front of the panel. So by the time I was practicing in front of them, I felt like I knew what I was talking about. So yeah, that is it. I hope that you enjoyed this video and I will see you in the next one.